Hello YouTube, I have been gone for 3 years and now I'm back, and I really suck at remembering things, so if I seem scatterbrained, sorry about that. And if you hear loud noises, we have kids here and kids are loud, so yeah. And also we have dogs and they're loud too sometimes, especially when they hear people come in. So if you hear them bark or you hear kids scream, that's life. Okay, so for anybody who is still following me, even though I have been inactive for 3 years, hello again. And for anybody who's just now, you know, tuning in, I guess, and wants to follow my video journey, I guess, my name is Jen. I am 28 years old and I have PCOS, and I have been trying to conceive on and off for 8 years, about to go on 9. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, I've been gone for 3 years from my channel, and before I talk about why I've been gone, I just want to briefly go back and talk about my last video that was uploaded. And if you haven't seen that, I'll just put it in the description box below. It's 3 years old. You don't have to watch it. But if you want to see how things ended before I took a really long break, then you can watch it and see like the difference between then to now. But when I left 3 years ago, I didn't exactly leave on the greatest terms. It wasn't because I was mad, you know, about anything to do with like videos or YouTube or stuff like that. I just left because I wasn't in the best mental mind frame, and I was dealing with a lot of crap. I was on antidepressants at the time. I was dealing with depression at the time, and I just wasn't very up to doing anything or talking to anyone, or I just wasn't really happy. That was probably the darkest time in my whole life, honestly. And it was kind of weird because the depression just kind of crept out of nowhere. It just, I literally woke up one day and it just hit me out of nowhere, and it didn't go away. I was hoping it was just like a bad day, because I mean, we're human, we all have bad days. We all have days where, you know, it just seems like nothing can go right, or we just have, you know, negative thoughts bombarding you, and sometimes it just, you know, it just happens. It's just how it is. And I was hoping it was one of those kinds of things, but it wasn't. It didn't go away. Weeks went by and it wasn't getting better. It was getting worse. So much so that it was to the point where, like, I contemplated self-harm. That's how bad it was, because physical pain is easier to deal with than what's going on up here. And that's not the easiest thing to say, because it's like, logically, you know that you shouldn't hurt yourself, but you're desperate because you just want what's going on up here to end, you know? And that's where I was, but my antidepressants helped me a lot. A lot. I was on them for a while. I can't remember how long, but eventually I got to the point where I felt like I was in a good mind frame and I didn't need them anymore. So I know with antidepressants you're supposed to gradually wean yourself off of them, but I believe I was on the lowest dosage of antidepressants, which was like 20. I was on 40, but 40 milligrams actually made my depression worse. Like, really bad. So then they went back down to 20 milligrams, and that was like a good dose for me. It evened me out, made me feel normal, and, you know, like I said, after a while, I bounced back, and I felt like myself again. And instead of weaning myself off like I was supposed to, I kind of just flat out just stopped taking them. I didn't get any reactions from not taking them. I recovered actually pretty well, and I was scared that, if, you know, for a while, that by not taking them, my depression would come back. And I was also scared because I didn't want to take medicine for the rest of my life. That's just not something I want to do. I don't know, it's just something I don't want to do. But thankfully I didn't. And I felt better, and I still feel better. I do, however, from time to time, feel bouts of the depression creeping back up on me. And I also have seasonal depression, which is not fun, especially since right now it's wintertime. And I also have panic attacks, which isn't great. And, you know, for the longest time, I didn't get them. I would get them once in, like, a blue moon, like, literally. And, but this year, they've kind of crept back a little bit. I think it's because like I said, it's winter time. That's when it gets pretty bad for me. But unlike before, I can kind of work my way through them now. It's easier for me to deal with, whereas before it was just I couldn't function. I didn't know how. And now I feel like I kind of can. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hard sometimes, but I can work through them better than I did before. So that's pretty much how things were when I left. I was bad, and I mean, I'm still dealing with some things, but they're like nothing like they were. And like I said, if I get a panic attack, if I start feeling a little bit bad, or, you know, stuff like that, I can work through it, whereas before I really couldn't. I still have my good days, still have my bad days, but I'm not on medicine anymore, and I'm just trying to deal with it on my own. I'm hoping that I don't have to go back on medicine ever again or anytime soon, but I mean, if it ever gets to the point where I have to, then I have to, because your mental health is not something you want to put off or not take seriously. Because the last time I felt that bad, I didn't take it seriously. I was hoping it would go away. It didn't. It got worse. A lot worse. And I almost waited too late to go to the doctor. And I don't mean like I was gonna like kill myself or anything, but self-harm, the thoughts of doing that were definitely there. And that is just as bad. And I knew then that I had to do something about it. So that's how things were when I left. Obviously 3 years passed. I'm a lot better now. And that was part of the reason why I was gone, because I had to work on myself. I couldn't focus on videos or worrying about uploading and editing and stuff like that. And plus, at that point, I was just kind of sick of YouTube. I was just bored with it. Didn't want to do any of the editing shit anymore. And pardon my language if anybody's got small children or anything like that. But I didn't want to deal with any of that crap. And I just wanted to take a break. Originally, I only wanted to take like a month or a few weeks. It turned into 3 years. So that's why I was gone. Just because mostly wasn't feeling up to it. Was bored of YouTube. And I just didn't feel like doing it. So that's why I was gone. And where I left off. So obviously now I'm back and I'm doing videos. And the reason why I came back is before I was trying to conceive while battling depression, and I didn't want to get pregnant then, which is why I held off for so long with trying to have a baby. I didn't, and I don't ever want to bring a baby into the world when I have my own issues. I don't want to give them issues when I haven't even dealt with my own. You know what I mean? So that's why I kind of held off on it, so I could work on myself and my health, my mental health and all that, before bringing a tiny human into the world, you know? But like I said, I feel well enough now that, you know, I want to get back into the swing of things. And let's face it, I'm not getting any younger, and I would really, really love to have a baby before I turn 30. And my fiance really wants to be a dad, and I really want to make him a dad, and I really want to be a mom. And I also would love to surprise my mother and my fiance by, like, you know, those corny little videos you see on YouTube, people surprising their family. Like, I want to do that. And it's been like gonna be 9 years in a few months since we've been trying, like, on and off, and nothing, and it just freaking sucks. But yeah, that's pretty much why I came back. I missed YouTube. I wanted to get back in the swing of things, and I don't know, I just miss doing videos, and I want to hopefully put my story out there, I guess, and have people follow if they want. But mostly I'm just doing this for myself. If people want to follow me, that's cool. You know, my video journey, whatever. But mostly I'm just kind of doing this as, like, I guess a video diary. You know, just putting myself out there. Okay, I'm looking at my paper to see what else there is to talk about. And sorry if this video is going to be long. I usually don't like long videos, but this is kind of my phone's ringing. List. So my PCOS, I actually haven't been to the doctor in a while, and I really need to go back, because I'm due for a new physical. I'm due for a lot of stuff. I'm like way behind on crap I just need to do. There's just like so much to do. But the last time I did videos, I discussed my weight a little bit. I was on metformin at the time. I'm no longer on that, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But the last time I was on here doing videos, I was on a metformin, and I had some crazy side effects with it. And I know that the doctor has told me before, and I've even heard other women who have PCOS and who have been on it say that they have had bad reactions to it, but I guess it's part of it. Like, you feel nauseous or you poop a lot, and I got really dizzy and really nauseous. I didn't want anything to do with food for a while, and then I think like week 2 on it, or week 3, I started coming around to food, but I still had the shits. Pardon my language again, but yeah, it gave me the wicked poos, like really bad. Like, I would eat a meal and immediately, like, it was always different every time how fast the poos would kick in. Like, I would eat my meal, and it could range from 5 minutes after eating my meal to a half hour, and I would get the craps. It was not fun, I'll tell you that. But I'm not on that anymore, like I said. I remember now. Oh, so back when I did those videos, I think I said in my one video I weighed then. I ranged from 206 to 212. I was trying to lose weight. Since then, I've gained quite a bit of weight, okay? And I'm not very happy about that. I'm trying my damnedest to shed some weight because I want to try to have a baby again, or, you know, work on trying to conceive. But at the same time, I have to get my health in check too, because I want to be healthy before and after a pregnancy, if I can even get pregnant. I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I've been trying to conceive for 9 years just about, and nothing. But yeah, I might have to go back on metformin because just cause. Med update. I want to talk about some medicine. Before, I know I keep going from like before and then now, but it's kind of, you know, if you want to know what's going on and stuff. Before, a couple years ago when I was doing videos, I should say, so they put me on birth control to try to regulate my periods before, and I was lucky if I got my period twice a year. Like, really lucky. Like, I normally get my period once a year. This year, however, has been a great year for me because I've gotten my period 4 to 6 times this year. And I say 4 to 6 because I can't exactly recall, because when your period is as irregular as mine is, it's hard to keep track, which is why you write it down. Or in my case, I use this handy little app, which I will show you, to keep track of my stuff. I don't know if you could see it. It's the one that says Ovia. It's above the Snapchat. Right there. And I keep track of my periods that way. It also helps with, like, your ovulation. Gives you a score. It tells you what your ovulation score is. Like, mine today is 1.5. Cycle day 23. 6 more days until I can take a pregnancy test. 17 days until my fertile window. You can also put in a little bit of information, your mood, symptoms, body aches, nausea, stuff like that. But yeah, this just helps me keep track of that because, like I said, I'm very irregular. And then I was taking birth control to help regulate that because I didn't get a period, and they just wanted to try to get me regular before anything else, manage my PCOS symptoms and stuff like that. But then I went back and I told them, me and my fiance, we really want to try to start a family. So they're like, okay, we're gonna take you off birth control and we're gonna put you on metformin to help, you know, your insulin levels, and, you know, help you, I guess, become more regular hormonally and stuff like that. So they had me on that, but like I said, it made me very sick. And then I started feeling sick mentally again, so I kind of just stopped everything. And 3 years later, I'm wanting to get back into the swing of things, like I said. But I haven't been to the doctor in a while, and I have to go back. But there is this vitamin that I've been wanting to try. It's called Fertilade, and me and my fiance have actually been looking into it, and I would like to start it either, or at least get it, so I could start it next month, or this month. I just want to start it as soon as possible, honestly. I'm kind of like feeling frantic at this point. I'm like, I want to start this stuff as soon as possible. So I heard really good things about that. I looked at reviews. At the site I went on a couple sites, but there was thousands of reviews, honestly. I seen more positive than I seen negative. Usually when you look at reviews on things, anything, it's half and half. It's like half good, half bad, or more good than bad, or more bad than good reviews. But this one was more like 80 to 90% good, and the rest was like, I didn't really care for it. Oh, it made me sick, or oh, it didn't do anything for me. Or just, some people just gave it a bad review because they were impatient, because they did say it can take up to 3 months to work through your system. But the reviews I seen people say that, a lot of people actually, I see people say, I got pregnant within a month of trying this or starting this. Women with PCOS, women trying to conceive for about as long as me, have said they were on it for a month and they got pregnant after years of trying. So that made me like really optimistic, and I was like, I want to try this. So I'm kind of like, I need to get this at this point. I need it. And they actually have a vitamin for men too. And I really want my fiance to get that. But he wants to read more up on it to make sure, because he just wants to make sure he's not putting any crazy crap in his body, which I understand. I actually want to read a little bit more into it myself, look at a few more reviews before I just, you know, order it. But from what I've seen, it looks great to me. So, yeah. I'm trying to think of what else I could update you on or let you know. But pretty much, I think I've laid down everything, you know, that I wanted to say for this time. I do want to apologize if I seemed a little all over the place. I haven't done this in a really long time. So, sorry, that was my computer. I just haven't done this in a really long time, so I'm kind of like trying to get back in the swing of things and figure out, you know, how to navigate everything. Hopefully next time will be a little more organized. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment or like this or whatever. You know, like I said, this is going to be like my little video diary on this journey to trying to conceive again. And if you want to tag along, that's really great. But more importantly, this is for me. This is for my state of mind, and like, I don't know, just put fuel in my belly, I guess. Fire in my belly, or whatever the phrase is. So yeah, until next time, I don't know when I'll have a video up, but I'll figure that out. And maybe next time when I do another video, I'll have more of a schedule planned out on when I'll have videos put up. So until next time, I will see you guys later. Oh, okay. Stop ringing. I forgot what the fuck my point was.